Hello everybody, this is Chromasco018, and this is going to be my thoughts and recap for Fairy Tail episode 156. I didn't even have to look at the episode for this one. But, yeah, the preliminaries are starting. They have to go into some big sky temple for the preliminaries, essentially make their way to, well, the exit, in order to be able to possibly qualify, and there's only going to be 8 spots. Since Wendy has not shown back up, she and Color are still missing, Elfman decides to take her place for the time being and go and help them, because he essentially grabs them and starts running up the stairs that leads up to the Sky Temple, because he knows that if they don't, then they risk not getting to qualify for the preliminaries by waiting for Wendy. When they get inside, it's like that gigantic painting. The famous painting of all the stairs going in different directions, going up, going down, going backwards, blah, 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 you know that? That's essentially what it looks like. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time with that, and also, it's also accounted for people who have motion sickness, like Natsu, Wendy, the other Dragon Slayers, you know. Thankfully, so Natsu's not puking all over the place. Yeah, they end up immediately getting lost and trying to make a map of this place, which is, like I said, good luck, because it changes. Because when they got out of one door, the whole Sky Temple started to shift and change, and some of the teams actually fell out of the Sky Temple, which eliminated them from the Grand Magic games. Thankfully, Fairy Tail managed to stay in the game, thankfully. And they get the very creepy idea. The idea itself is not creepy, but the way they were looking when they were talking about the idea was very creepy. To steal the other team's maps and knock them out of the tournament, essentially. So yeah, that's what they start doing. They start taking all the maps they could find, because they need to try and figure out a way out of this place. And they end up going to the very center of the Sky Temple somehow. I don't know how. And actually, we see another of Lucy's spirits, one of the silver keys I had not known she'd even had. Because as far as I knew, she only had, like, how many silver keys? Lyra, Horologium, Crux, and Plu. That's the only ones I knew she had. I didn't know she had a compass one. She has 5. Oh, that must have been in the package she got from her father, because that's the only way I could even see her getting it, because as far as we had seen the whole time, she had not gotten another key and made a contract with it. So that had to have been it. And sadly, the compass, Urza actually had a compass, and sadly it started messing up, because there's no real north in this place, because everything keeps changing. Well, they end up going to the center of the Sky Temple somehow. I don't know how, but there's a freaking town, there's a river, there's a sea, there's all sorts of crazy stuff in there. And they end up actually making their way to the exit, but come to find out that they're the last team to arrive that's needed. So, yeah, they're in 8th place at this point. Yeah, but at least they got through, which is good. Anyway, during all this time, the others are looking for Wendy and Carla, obviously, and they end up going to the palace to try and find them. They managed to find them, thankfully, but they were essentially drained of all their magic and are essentially out cold at this point. So they don't technically know who did that to them, but we as the viewers obviously have an idea of who did it. Raventail. Yeah. They are the ones who essentially did that. Actually, no, they didn't do that, actually, because we'll find out later on that. But yeah, Fairy Tail managed to make it to the preliminaries, barely. And now they're going to be participating in the Grand Magic games the next day, which is good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the reaction, and I will see you all next time.